We're getting into the truth about building wealth in real estate in 2026. I've got my bald co-host, Brian Davila, today, and then I've got his arch nemesis, Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. Bro, the comments were not liking you, dude.
I know. Speak the truth. People get hurt.
Yeah. Well, Davila's position is that rentals ain't going to work in 2026 and that everybody's slinging fake stuff. You believe rentals work. It ain't going to work in just 1 year. It's going to take a long period of time. But, a lot of stuff has changed since our last, quote unquote debate about all of this. We just had the State of the Union. Trump posted a Fed chair. There's a lot going on.
Sure.
And I think we never really got to fully get into the conversation either about how is somebody going to build wealth? If they're an employee, if they're an entrepreneur, all those things.
So where do you want to start?
What do you think? In 26, what do you think?
So I guess the first thing I would, jump into, knowing that my enemy is to my left here, is to really go back to the fact that building wealth hasn't changed in 100 years. There's only 3 steps. Step 1 is you have to create disposable income. Now, you can argue what's more impactful, cutting expenses or raising income. Doesn't matter. That's step 1. Without seed capital that you can deploy, you can't get wealthy, period. Step 2 is I suggest you become elite at something. Now, in my world, that's a buy box, 93703, single family homes, 3-4 bedrooms, 1 story, 2-car garage, between 1,500 and 2,000 square feet.
You're super niche.
There was 20 active listings in a market of 500,000 people. But because that's all I looked at, I knew what a deal was. And I knew what a great deal was, right? As opposed to going, I'm going to buy in St. Louis and in Vegas and in, wherever. It's a different mindset. And, by the way, you look at that every day. And then, by the way, step 3 is you have to do it for a decade, right? That formula for building wealth hasn't changed if you're an entrepreneur or an employee. I think it's easier as an employee, but it works for entrepreneurs as well. But that's where I think you should start is everybody's got to be grounded on how to get wealthy. Create seed capital that you could literally light on fire and your life doesn't change. That's the money that gets piled in assets held for a decade. You win.
Well, you were an employee and a high-earning employee at that. And so obviously you could have that seed capital from what you were making versus what you lived on. Whereas Davila and I have really been entrepreneurs our whole life, just kind of throwing money at the business in general. But one thing that we teach people is go raise money.
Sure.
Did you ever raise money or you just always used your own?
No. So again, I think the story got a little twisted last time where we were talking about what I made the last 5 years.
Okay.
I start this journey in 2000.
Right.
I'm 28 years old. I'm making 80 grand a year in the Silicon Valley. That's below the poverty line.
Yeah.
But that's where I started.
Right.
And again, I start real estate with 40 grand after I lost 160 grand in the stock market.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah. So I turned 7 grand into 200 grand only to go back to 40 because of the dot-com crash. So I came to real estate because it was real. It was tangible. I could touch it. It wasn't some Wall Street, scam like Enron and WorldCom. Both of those crushed me.
Right.
And I started, and then I bought 3 houses, and I had no more money. That was it. I was done.
Yeah.
And then what did I do? I did a cash out refi. I bought some more. I get to 2006. I go to an event like WealthCon. It was by a guy named Bruce Norris, and he tells me that California crash is coming. And I'm like, holy shit, I already lost all my money once. I don't want to do it again, right? You know what it feels like to lose money the first time?
I've lost many millions.
Yeah. You don't want to do that twice, right? You don't want to do it twice.
No.
So I went to that event and realized he was right. So the other thing I don't get credit for in this big story is I took action. I sold all my houses.
Right.
And bought apartments. And again, no money. I'm not making 2 bills a year. I'm not doing any of this stuff. I just take action and I learn. And that's what I think gets lost in the story. So my first 5 years, I had 40 grand. It was all gone in 3 houses. Did some cash out refis to get to 8. Then I sold or 1031 going on. So again, it's because I stayed in one market. I've been in one market for 25 years. And there's value in that, right? You can see value. People call you, they know you, they bring you deals, not only from, wholesalers today, but, back in the day when people had pocket listings and all of those things, when you're a known entity, you sometimes get deals. Back to your question, yes, I've raised millions of dollars twice. Once from 2010 to 2012, second 2018 to 2020, $3, $4, $5 million both times.
Okay. Just to go buy more properties and everything else.
Yeah, I was paying 12% interest only. I basically did 0 down deals.
Yeah.
They paid for the entire purchase. I funded the repairs. I burred out, paid them back, got a loan.
Got it. So Davila,
Yeah.
you were at Zuber's event.
Yeah.
I don't know why he let you in, but you were debating people.
I was debating everybody.
How did this debate look? Were you like one of these college campus guys? Like, I'll debate anyone.
Yeah. So first I want to start with everything that he just said, I disagree with.
Okay.
I'm joking. No, but we were at his event, and after our last podcast, one of his buddies, Dion, the lazy investor, that's his name.
Lazy landlord.
Lazy landlord.
That's a sick name. I like that.
Yeah.
I respect that.
But, he asked for me to do a podcast with him.
Yep.
I was like, hey, I'll do a podcast, but any financial claims you say, I want to see proof. It's in our text thread with all three of us.
Yep.
So I showed up. Unfortunately, he didn't provide any receipts, but that's okay.
That's okay.
But yes, debated him. I felt I won easy. And then Lumberjack, there's another guy named Lumberjack Landlord.
Yep.
Bro, what is going on with, is this the Avengers? Everybody has a name?
Yeah.
I don't have a name.
Yeah. Millennial Mike.
Yep. Millennial Mike. Yeah.
They all wanted the smoke, but unfortunately, we didn't have enough time.
I can't even listen to your story because I'm thinking about names I want.
Be careful. I wanted a name, and now I'm the bald
guy.
Yeah.
You do have a name.
I wanted a nickname so bad.
You got
but
one.
now I'm the bald guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what happened. I mean, my stance is simple. I think you need to make more income and be a business owner. His side, they think they need to be W-2 employees. The lazy investor, he was a police officer, I believe.
Worked in the Marines, was a police officer, truck driver.
Yeah, truck driver. I believe you need to make more money. Your Netflix account is not keeping you broke. Going out to eat, taking your family on vacation is not the problem. You just need to learn how to make more income. Where their side is more W-2 employees, live on scraps for a decade, and then you'll be wealthy, where I don't want to make that trade.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. It's interesting. I've been thinking about this a lot. I had Ricky Carruth on, and we were talking about the real estate market and everything. And he asked me afterwards, he goes, dude, Ryan, what's your 5-year plan? I was like, bro.
Fall so hard.
Yeah. Well, I was like, bro, I don't have a 5-year plan. What do you mean? He's like, you haven't thought about wait. I'm like, bro, I got enough going on today in my life.
Yeah.
I don't worry about 5 years from now. It doesn't cross my mind.
Mm.
I don't think about 5 years from, let alone 10 or 20 or whatever. And ironically, okay, I don't quote Andrew Tate very often. Actually, I don't think I ever have.
This had to be good.
But it actually might have been him or his brother. I can't remember. But he said something actually that I really agreed with. He goes, yeah, I have this 50-50-50 rule. And I was like, oh, what is that? And he's like, take 50% of your, I don't know if he was saying income or basically the savings that you're talking about, this discretionary money. Take 50% and live like you're going to, not survive the next 30 days. Just ball out.
Yeah, live for today.
Yep.
Okay.
And then take the other 50% and live for the next 50 years, towards the 50 years. Because there's a 50-50 chance that one of them's going to happen.
Okay.
I was like, that actually is a balanced approach that makes sense to me. Because I think you get these people who are in the mindset who are like, bro, I'm going to eat crap and live terrible for 20 years.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're an idiot. I don't agree with that at all.
Dion.
I do. Because, bro, there's no guarantee that you're going to be there 20 years from now.
That's true.
And on top of that, you're not, right now, you're in better shape than you'll be in 20 years from now. I don't care where you're at. You could be 20 years old. 20 years old is better than 40 years old. 40 years old is better than 60 years old. Okay? I only have a limited amount of time with my kids at this age.
Yeah.
I have to enjoy life with my kids right now at this age. I'm not going to enjoy life 20 years from now when they're out of the house.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's but I understand you got to be financially responsible because I don't want the stress of every day, paycheck to paycheck, in debt. I understand the FIRE movement and all this stuff, but it's to me, I guess I'm in the middle of both of you guys. I'm like, bro, live for today. And yeah, I'm more so live for today.
Yeah,
but I'm
say you're not in the
no, but
There's no middle here.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
How much does it cost you to live a month?
Dude,
He wasn't here for that.
well, we were talking about it and I was just doing the math. I was like,
How much do you think it is, Mike?
I actually heard the numbers.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I said it was $70,000 a month.
Yeah.
But that's not just me. That's taking care of my parents, my in-laws, kids, other stuff.
So that's $840,000 a year post-tax.
Yeah.
So that's more like 1.3, 1.4 gross.
I mean, if I buy some rentals, then
Yeah.
no. Get some depreciation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
But-
I'm in the middle. So I am actually in the middle.
But so again,
No, but like my point is that we were talking about it, and this guy in the comments is so funny. He's like, bro, I am so tired of hearing these guys talk about that. Warren Buffett, okay, lives on 10 grand a month. I go, Warren Buffett lives on 10 grand. Well, when you're 90 years old, you're not taking care of your kids. You don't take care of your parents. You know, everything's paid off. And, you know,
first off, he's not living on 10 grand.
yeah, whatever, right? But this comment,
but the point is,
I'm like,
I understand.
okay, sure, maybe, but why?
Yeah.
If I'm a billionaire and I'm going to choose to try and live off 10 grand a month, I'm the dumbest person ever. I don't care how much money you make. Just because you make money doesn't make you smart.
I agree.
Interesting.
No, I agree. But the key, again, one of the things that I took from our last conversation, and more specifically the comments, is I think there was this confrontation between employee and entrepreneur, and there probably shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Because I think, again, I've said this for a while, you're a unicorn, right? And enjoy that. It's meant as a compliment. I don't think most people are like you guys. The fact that you made, you know, multiple $1 million last year doing what you do is outstanding. You are the elite of the elite. I think sometimes when it comes easy to guys like you, you think it's easy for everybody else.
Yeah.
And that's just not true, man.
Yeah, in your mind, you're like, make more money. And
That's
everyone
just
else
not
is like,
true.
Houseway. Yeah.
It's just not true, man. You got to
So let's get
enjoy
into-
being a unicorn. It's okay.
Yeah. So let's have a topic. So I think W-2 versus business owner. I'm in the stance that everyone should be a business owner. Everyone.
Oh.
At some point,
How many businesses fail?
I don't know.
80%.
That's my stance. Let me finish.
Okay,
all right? Don't cut me off. All right.
Like you did to me all last gym.
Listen, the average American makes between $45,000 and $60,000.
Average household, 72 grand a year.
$72,000 a year, right?
that's the household.
That's the household.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was right. 40.
Yeah.
Average person around 40. There you go. Again, I was right again. So, so the point is, how are you going to build wealth in 2026 making $72,000 a year if you have a wife, a kid, a husband, parents, XYZ? The average rent in Las Vegas is $2,500. We've already done the math a million times. There's not enough left over for someone to go invest. They need rainy day funds.
So
Someone
Zuber,
should-
how would the average employee, they're making $72,000 a year household income, how would they start to build wealth?
So again, I don't think it's any different than when I was making 80 grand a year. Is you have to do what I call a needs versus want analysis. And to be clear, I did this with a wife and a child, right? So it wasn't just me. I wasn't single. I had a wife and a child.
Okay.
In the
Olivia-
Silicon Valley.
In the Silicon Valley, right?
Yep,
Let's
yep.
not forget that. So
Yep.
even more expensive than Vegas by 2x at
Yep.
least.
In 2000.
In
that's
2000
different.
still, but it's,
Yeah.
it's not.
How much was your mortgage or rent?
So when we were renting, I want to say it was $4 grand, 3,800,
Okay.
$4 grand.
That's a lot.
expensive.
Yeah.
That's expensive. Okay.
Yeah, it was in Cupertino, which is a good school district for our daughter. And then our mortgage, when we bought, actually went down a little bit. After HOA, it was like $3,500.
Okay, so a lot.
A
It was
lot.
half your income.
Oh, gone.
Yeah.
Right. So Olivia and I sat down and we did, because again, we were living to paycheck to paycheck. I was 30 years old. I was living paycheck to paycheck. We were enjoying life, not saving anything. I took a measly $7 grand and turned it into 200 grand, completely gambling in the stock market
Hell yeah.
to lose it all. 40 grand.
You just were like, I'll buy this .com.
No, dude, literally just rolling. I remember one time going to Hawaii and buying options and then going to breakfast and coming back and I made $5 grand.
Hell yeah.
And it was crazy. But again, quick money here, quick money gone.
Yeah.
So then I get back and Olivia and I realized this is not going to work. Our big plan in the beginning was to buy 4 houses. That was it.
Mhm.
Because I was 30 years old. We thought we could buy 4 by the time I was 35. And then if I worked from 35 to 65, I'd have 4 free and clear homes. That was the big goal.
Yeah.
If I did that, I would also have, Olivia and I would have 401ks that we would investing in and getting company matches. So we were simply playing the 65-year-old game. We were going to retire. Both
Wait,
have,
was she
yes,
working?
she was working.
So what was your household income? With
So it was prob 120. So I think she made like 40-ish,
Got it. Okay.
right? Maybe 45. So again, and we had the daughter, so it was daycare and I mean, just
Yep, everything.
almost gone with daycare.
She might have been, she was probably better off just staying at home.
I've had that conversation.
Yeah.
Yes, we had that conversation. I did not win. But again, what we did is we did a needs versus want analysis and we cut out 100% of our wants, Olivia and I, for a decade. And
jeez,
we did. Every want was gone. Now we got all our needs. It wasn't like we were, we weren't doing rice and beans and rice. But we didn't get anything for a decade. And to not realize that sacrifice is unfair, unreasonable. And I can tell you the hardest day as a dad. So I was a manager at this point. I was a director. So I had employees reporting to me. And I went to a housewarming party for somebody who reported to me. He had a nicer house, better zip code, bigger house, extra car. And I drove home and I started bawling in my car. I literally had to pull over. It's the only time it ever happened to me. And all I could think about as a dad and a husband is I was failing my family.
Dang.
Because I'd asked them to sacrifice for 10 years, maybe 12 years, and I didn't know if it was going to work.
Right.
And that was the hardest day of my life.
Yeah, that's brutal.
After 12 years. So again, I had a lot of struggle.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. It was a different time back then with no social media and information not widely available like it is today.
Yeah.
If you were the same guy today, would you have taken the same path, or would you have been like, bro, I'm going to start a business and get a side hustle and make more?
Again, I'm just being honest. I've thought about this a bunch. I think cutting expenses is easiest and fastest.
Yeah, that's instant.
Right. And again, every dollar you save is $2 you don't have to earn.
But do you think you would have did that on top?
Exactly. That's where I was going, is I would have found another way.
Yeah.
Because back when I was
doing... The information's so available today.
I totally agree with you. I would definitely have found a way to monetize something I loved.
So this is where I'm at. You think everyone should become a business owner, and I'm of what you're saying now, which is I call them hybrid entrepreneurs. I think everyone's going to become a hybrid entrepreneur.
They're going to have their thing.
Yeah, like I think majority of people will have a job in some kind of thing. And we're seeing that with the gig economy. There's people who drive Uber on the side and do other stuff. We get lots of students who start wholesaling and they're working their job, trying to just make an extra, do a couple of deals a year. You could make an extra $50K.
Yeah, you bank that.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I just think the hybrid entrepreneur is going to be a huge thing. And I always explain it on our workshops too. I'm like, guys, here's the deal. We're at like the most uncertain time ever with jobs.
Agreed.
Like your job might be gone in 5 years, and so
certainly changed. Yes.
You have to like build something else to protect yourself, some kind of thing on the side, just in case.
I agree with that. And I've said essentially the similar words.
So like in hindsight now, do you regret how much you cut for that 12 years?
Listening to Ryan talk earlier about his family and enjoying life, again, some of the unfortunate realities is, I do have those regrets.
Yeah.
Like we did one special trip with our daughter. We went to a Mediterranean cruise when she was on her 13th birthday. That was it. We didn't celebrate her birthday.
A year? Or you're saying in that?
No, he said in 10 years.
In 10 years, that was the only special,
Yeah. And I get it. I mean,
and I'm trying to tell you it was a mistake.
Yeah. Hindsight's 2020. And that's what I want these people to know. Is like, dude, you could cut your Netflix, you could cut taking your kids out, but just go make more money.
No, but I think that the thing is it worth it is the question, right? Because I think back then he had two paths, right? Path one, based on the information, it was cut and know that, hey, well, you didn't even know at the time, but the bet was that, hey, by cutting,
didn't know for sure.
We'll set ourselves up for decades.
That was the only game I was playing.
Right? It was the path he took. The path two was, we could go on trips and other stuff, but we're not going to get ahead.
I'd still be working.
Yeah. And it's like,
potentially
our path is now, and we all three agree that like we should cut and build margin, but we should also work towards building income as well.
Yeah. I'm the stance. Everyone should be a business owner. Once you buy a rental,
let's play with that a little bit.
Hold on. Gosh, Mike, I know you're excited. Chill, bro. I'm in the stance that everyone should be a business owner
of something.
That means when you buy a rental, when you start wholesaling, when you start to sell courses, whatever it is, you are officially a business owner. If you make income outside of your W-2 employee, you are a business owner. If you have to file taxes, you're a business owner. That's my stance.
Yeah, I think most guys think of that as an investor, buying a rental or a stock.
I would say buying a stock is, buying a rental is not. Buying a rental is starting a business. Buying a stock, you buy it, you don't do anything, and you just wait for it to go up and down. That's not how rentals work.
Right.
But so number one, everyone needs to be a everyone needs to be an entrepreneur. Number two, it's way easier to make a lot of money at once than it is to make a little bit of money over a long period of time. And that also translates to, if you cut a little bit of money, your $15 Netflix account is not going to make a difference. So stop worrying about the dumb crap like Netflix, taking your wife out to dinner, whatever. All these small things will not make a difference in 5 to 10 years.
You think the average person can make a lot of money quickly?
Yes.
Seriously.
I think it's
say that
easier. Yes, listen. It's easier for someone to make a lot of money at once.
Have you met most people?
I see him every day.
No,
you persons.
But that's just the problem. You unicorns think everybody's like you. How many people have come to a wealth con with big dollar signs in their eye and done squat?
Many.
Most?
Yeah.
How many broke W-2 people are there in the world?
I would say not as many.
Would you say most?
No, I would say most.
I guess living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And it's the reality that things are more and more expensive. So trying to cut and keep your income the same doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I wish it worked. Again, I'm not against you. I wish it worked. I wish the average person.
Why not just try to get a raise?
I think you
get better jobs.
You know why? Because AI is cutting a bunch of jobs. That's the problem. Employers are like, hey, I can get more out of less employees.
That's true.
You're not safe. There's a lot of failure rate with businesses. What's the failure rate with W-2 employees? How many W-2
Unemployment's only 4.5%, so not very much.
No. How many employees get laid off? So you're saying that 96% of people have jobs?
I would wonder.
Yeah, it's 95.5% if you do the math correctly, but yes.
But what about is that including entrepreneurs?
I don't know how the W-2, I don't know.
Exactly, yeah. So that data is flawed. Listen.
The unemployment rate is currently 4.3%.
What I actually am curious about in today's world is, what is the number of years somebody works at a job now? What's the turnover rate?
That's a good question.
Look it up, Tiffany. Can you look it up while we?
I bet you
it's low. Bet you it's 4 years.
I guarantee it's going up or
going down.
Well, whatever the number is, like it's getting worse.
It's getting worse, correct.
Yeah.
I agree with that. When I was in charge, it was 8 years. I bet you it's lower.
So again, I wish people could just go get a job at McDonald's or a grocery store and be able to live a good life and invest. I wish that was the case, but I'm just trying to wake people up. Like, that doesn't work.
Well, McDonald's, sure.
I mean, we're talking minimum wage jobs now.
Yeah. What the average? How much hourly is someone that makes $40,000 a year?
$20 an hour, roughly.
What's the minimum wage?
No idea.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's close.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Yeah, it's close. Yeah, you see, I know.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Yeah.
But if the household, I guess what percentage of homes are dual household like income? Probably like 60.
Yeah, it's got to be most.
Yeah, 60,
65.
Yeah. And then what are you sacrificing? Sending your kids to daycare? You're gonna make some big sacrifices trying to play small with a W-2. If you could get a good W-2 job that makes you multiple 6 figures, yes, that is a great option, and you should do that. And those jobs are out there. But if you think you're going to get rich making $40,000 a year, unfortunately, I don't see that happening.
I don't think anyone thinks that.
Nobody
thinks that.
Yes, they do.
No one thinks that they're going to get rich making $40,000 a year.
Yes, they do. They instead of focusing on making more money, they try to save. They try to put money into Bitcoin. We know these people. They're like, oh, I put $20 a month towards Bitcoin. That's great, but that's not going to make a difference.
Yeah, there are people who do that. Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, but I don't think they think they're going to be rich. I think they treat it like the lotto. And by the way, the stat is 4 years. It's exact. Okay. That's the turnover rate.
Let's write again.
Well, I think Zuber said that.
I said 4 years. You just keep taking credit for my work, but that's okay.
No, I was right.
Yeah.
I didn't even say anything. So, no, I think here's the deal, right? In today's world, we all agree every single person should figure out how to cut expenses, and we're all saying to different extremes.
Yeah,
sure.
Right? I'm like, look, it ain't. I won't go the extreme that Zuber did, but like, you don't got to ball out, right? And you shouldn't live paycheck to paycheck.
I don't think most people should live your life.
No, they shouldn't.
You feel like you're balling out, or you feel like you're moderate?
No, I do whatever I want.
Okay.
That's the definition of balling out.
Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah.
When you get to do whatever you want, that's
balling.
You're doing whatever you want.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Now, granted, you could be a, what do they call it? A stoic or something where it's like you just learn how to not want stuff.
No.
But that's lame.
Yeah. So I don't want that life either.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be Warren Buffett. This guy's point.
Granted, you
Drink Diet Cokes all day. And
$3 McDonald's.
Yeah, bro. Like,
come on.
I'm good. So, hey, if you're looking to get started in real estate investing, then you need to use our Cashflow 2.0 system. We give you all the motivated seller leads. We give you software, one-on-one coaching, and everything you need to start your real estate investing business. And we've seen so much success from our students with this system that we are willing to guarantee it. So if you want to learn how it all works and how you can get your first real estate deal today, go on over to wealthyinvestor.com and apply. Someone from our team will get with you, and you could have your first deal within a week once you get on this system. So head on over to wealthyinvestor.com and we'll see you there. Nonetheless, I think today we all agree, though, everyone should, have margin for whatever it is and also figure out how to make more money.
Agreed.
Yes.
Nobody here is disagreeing with that.
Yes.
So the question then becomes, how should they figure out how to make more money? What do you think?
So
because we think you should wholesale.
Yeah.
So again, I think if you're an employee, you brought this up earlier, you can go to a competitor. You can usually get a double-digit raise by going to a competitor. I've hired competitors in the years, right? Salespeople from other companies that were my competitor. We pay up for that.
Yep.
You can get raises or bonuses at your company. Again, if I was working today, I would be leaning into AI and figuring out how I could use AI as a tool to add value to my company.
Yeah.
And then get bonuses. Again, the whole idea, if you want to get rich, is you have to create that spread, that discretionary income. And when whacking expenses is fast, but it's only one step. You have to increase income. And I think most people can do that with a job. And, oh, by the way, in today's world, earlier point, you should get a side hustle on something else that you're passionate about. But the job's the next step.
The cutting expenses is easy. It's like you just look at the budget and you're like, we're just not doing X, Y, Z. And then you're done.
It's
like there's no creativity to it. It's just discipline.
Yep.
That's the word. And
discipline.
And most people don't have the discipline. They'll talk themselves out of it.
Because then it takes actual creativity and uncertainty to go and make more money.
Correct.
Because you're like, I don't know if this thing's going to work. I'm going to invest into this program and I don't know if it's going to work. I'm going to invest into learning this skill.
Yeah,
and I don't know if
to
it's
do
gonna
this or that.
And it's like, well, yeah.
Yeah, and I always think about Grant Cardone said, there's not a shortage of money in the United States. You just don't know how to get it. So a lot of these people think like, oh, times are tough. The economy's tough. Things are bad, but that's not the reality. There's more and more people making, 6 figures a year. So I just want people to focus.
Technically, there's more people making 6 figures a year than ever before. Right?
I know. I know I'm right. I know. People don't like it, but they'll come around. I want to go back to, you think it's better to have a W-2 versus a business owner?
I think it's easier to get wealthy being an employee versus a business owner. Yes.
That's a bold statement.
Yeah. Explain that.
The simple reason is because when I, as an employee, have extra capital, I only have one choice: invest. A business owner has the choice to invest or buy more capital or do more marketing or hire more people.
Right.
A business owner has more choices and thus
can make more bad choices.
More bad choices, exactly.
Again,
an employee is very simple. Stack paper, buy an asset that you are uniquely focused on, and do it for a decade. I have less operational risk. An entrepreneur, again, I think the entrepreneur, both of you are great examples. Your upside dwarfs mine by a mile. But if we're just talking a couple $1 million, I can get there faster than you, is my belief.
You think faster?
Well, better, faster.
I would say more probable.
That's the better word, yeah. More probable to get there, not faster. You're correct.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would say there's Dave Ramsey teaches it all the time. It's like, I saw him do a clip the other day. I was like, is that real? He was like, if you are 20-something years old and you put $100 a month in your 401k, by 65, you'll have $1 million something.
Yeah.
I was like, really?
Yeah.
I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah. If you don't die by then, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And your life will suck for 40 years.
Yeah.
I actually, by the way, I saw this on a cruise. He posted a cruise one time. And so I like Dave. So, this is what it is. But I saw the cruise and it was like the debt-free cruise.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at all these people. They're all like 70 years old.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I'm not trying to be on the debt-free cruise at 70.
I can tell you because, again, that's
I'm trying to live good life at 35, 36.
So there's something there. So first off, the most impactful presentation I've ever heard was from Dave Ramsey.
Okay.
And it was basically He's been saying the same message for 40 years,
Mm-hmm.
and he just keeps repeating it. So he's authentic to himself. That was good for me to hear because one rental at a time is essentially the same stuff for a decade. So it gave me permission to keep going. But talking about cruises, you're absolutely right. Olivia and I ball out on cruises now, but most people are like we spent 40 grand on a 14-day cruise or some crazy number like that.
Oh, let's go balling out.
And the average age was 85 years old.
I know. Wow. It's crazy.
They were worth 50 million.
Yeah.
But they're 85 years old. They can't enjoy it.
No.
They get off the boat for like 7 seconds and are like, got to go back on. I was like, God damn, I don't want that life.
Dang.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's wild.
It sucks. And you know what actually changed my mind about a lot of this? Because I used to be hyper frugal.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this earlier. Like, I would not spend on anything. I was like still buying crap off Craigslist, just like I did back in my couch flipping days.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day it just switched. I was like, I have made a lot of money and I still act this way. This is so stupid. Like, it makes no logical sense. And I project that I'm going to continue to make money. And actually, I predict that I'll bet on myself that I'll make even more money than I make today, right? Like, I'm going to bet on me.
Yeah.
So at some point, I got to start enjoying life. And it's funny, even my friend Graham Stephan, he's coming next week, actually, Brian.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, he was like the king of frugality.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I was like, Graham, bro, this is so stupid. You make so much money. You tell everyone how much money you make and you live this way. This is like so dumb. And then, you know, at least he's figured it out now.
Yeah.
Where he's like, yeah, it is stupid that I do those things, right? And then he's told me he's going to like Korea now and he's like doing trips and
good for him.
And it's like, good. Like, at some point, you finally make money and you got to enjoy life. And there's this book called Die with Zero.
Yep.
It's one of the best books I've ever read. And
Bill Perkins.
Yep. I want to have him on the show if we can get him. But his whole argument is just like, look, dude, when you're young, that is the prime time to be living life. Like, life only gets harder as you get older, right?
Hell yeah.
And he goes, but also too, your memories have value. People don't place monetary value on memories. Like, most frugal, cheap people only place monetary value on things.
Stuff. Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, I have this investment. I have this thing and I, whatever, right? And it's like, now, if we were to look back in our 20s at some of our best memories and our, we're in our 30s now and stuff. It's like, his argument is when you make a memory earlier, you get to have it longer. And so there's value in having a memory in this event that happened for a longer period of time versus, oh, I'm making sick memories at 65 when my body's breaking down and I'm on the cruise with other 65-year-olds. And by the way, my kids never got to experience it because, I was living this way. I was like, that makes so much sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, life is so short.
Yeah. How much money do you think someone needs to make to become wealthy?
Well, let's first define the word wealthy.
We're on the Wealthy Way podcast.
Yeah.
Well, so okay, it's your podcast. What's wealth?
Your hat says wealth. Like, what?
What do I think wealthy is? I mean, to me, I've always said this: the wealthy way is like all areas of life, not just money.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I think that
Fitness,
is
faith.
I think that's important to define first because there are people who have lots of money
that aren't,
end up divorced, terrible shape. They ain't wealthy. Okay. But if we're just talking strictly money, to me, anyways, the way I see it, and this is not how others see it, I think you've achieved wealth when you can live the way that you want to live with no restrictions.
Yeah. So for me, kind of a version of that is when you have enough money coming in that's 2x your monthly expenses.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, if your monthly expenses are $4,000, that means 8. If your monthly expenses are $12,000, that's 24.
Yeah, I like that.
So I try to put a number on it.
Okay.
Because I talk to people.
So basically live off 50% of your income.
Yes.
That's
and ideally wealthy. The income over time is not you selling hours.
Yeah.
Right. That's
the income over time is more passive as time.
Semi-passive at least. A couple hours. Right. Not full-time jobs.
I agree with that. Yeah. I think
that's the magic number.
Yeah. I think because then you also feel good about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you also don't need, $1 billion.
Yeah.
That's the other thing, right? Because there are people, I know you guys aren't these people, but there are people that live on $4,000 a month.
Where?
Yeah.
How?
I would say half the country lives on $4,000 a month.
Where?
In half the
Vegas?
country.
Well, remember though, a lot of these people get Section 8 and they're your tenants.
Yeah.
So that's how they do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to my question.
2x your
2x your income. I think
2x your expenses, to be clear.
Okay, so what would you say is a fair
half your income or
half
2x?
So what would you say is a fair amount in the United States where it's reasonable
Well, again, so that to me, it's funny. One of the things I have something called Get Your Money Right. And one of the things I ask people to do is imagine their life in the future.
Yeah.
What's the minimum?
Yeah.
Right. And let's just call that $5,000. What are you currently living? Let's call that $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's your ball out lifestyle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's not up to me to say, I'm not going to judge another human being, especially another man. But those are your three choices. Do you want the bare minimum? Thus, it's easier to get. It's easier to get 8 than 16.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So again, you choose as an adult male with your life partner and your kids.
Okay. So
Go nuts.
let's just say, since we won't get a number, let's say it's 10 grand.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
objectively different.
Hold on. I know. I'm trying to get to the root of
Please.
how much money do they need to make. So let's say their number's 10
Okay. So
grand.
they're living.
Well, they need 20 grand.
Okay. So expenses are $10,000. So they need
Yeah.
20.
No, let's say their expenses are 5.
Okay, then they need 10.
want to be at 10.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
All right. That's fair.
So how much money do they need to make and invest from their W-2 job?
if you did that over a decade, you would probably, so you're going to probably need, again, my area of expertise is real estate. There are plenty of other areas you can do it in, but you're going to probably have to deploy a couple of $100,000 over the course.
200 grand?
A couple of $100,000, yeah. Again,
so you're saying they make, wait. So we're saying they make 5. What do they make right now? What was your hypothetical?
My hypothetical was they want to bring in $10,000 a month.
What do they make now?
5.
That's 5.
And they live off 5?
They live off 5.
So now they got to.
Well, they have to have margin.
2.
You need margin.
So let's say they make 8 then. So there's margin.
Okay, so they make 8. They live off 5.
Okay.
So there's 3 is margin.
Yes, you're saying they only need to invest $200,000
again over time, right? It's not. You're not going to. At least the beauty of real estate, again, it's inflation is a feature, not a bug.
Mhm.
What you buy today will cost more tomorrow. Mortgage pay down, inflation in rent, all of those things.
Those people can do what I did. Just do a 3.5% down FHA loan and live at home and go into home and go and do it every 2-3 years.
Yeah.
You know,
they'll make 10 grand a month in 10 years.
well, because you don't need a big down payment when you do it that way.
Okay. So
Because think about it, right? This guy, he's saving $3 grand a month.
We keep going. I want to get the numbers.
Okay, I'll give you numbers.
Okay.
So if and this is me in favor of being cheap.
Okay.
So you're at $3 grand in margin. That's $36K a year.
Mhm.
Even right now today, the average home's $500K. But let's say you're going to be cheaper, right?
You're going to be on the low end.
Yeah. So let's say you're at
400.
400.
Okay.
3.5% of 400.
It's 15 grand.
It's only 15 grand. You got more than enough to
In
go
1 year.
buy this house.
5 months.
Okay. So one house, 15
Right?
grand.
Then you live in it for 2 years.
Living in it for 2 years, 3
Then you keep
years.
baking.
Do it again.
You
Do it
keep
again.
baking.
15 grand, 20 grand.
2 years. So that's 5 properties.
You could have
Roughly.
5 properties in 10 to 15
Yeah.
years.
Okay. So
And then
5
that first house was 400. Now it's, I don't know, in a decade, 500.
Yeah.
No,
So
it'll
my
be
point
more.
is, you're saying
Probably
10
right.
years, 5 years.
That's the beauty of time.
Okay.
That's the way you do it. That's what that was literally my plan when I didn't know how to make money.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
you weren't an entrepreneur, you were just.
Yeah, I was just like, let's buy this house. We got this. And I had a realtor license, so I actually got it for 0.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
took your.
I put my
payment-
commission
Right.
as the down.
Mhm.
And then it was like, dude, we just got this house for free and it has equity and,
Yeah.
whatever. Now, I was
Mhm.
still broke, even though I had equity.
Yeah.
And then,
But over time, you go back and tap
Yeah.
that equity. and-
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying, again, the math doesn't line up. You're saying buy a house every 2 years.
Right.
yep,
In 10 years, that's 5
5
houses.
yep.
So if I want to make $10,000 a month, that means each of those houses is going to net me $2,000 each house. That doesn't work. That doesn't exist.
What do you think rents will be in 10 years?
I don't think the house in Vegas that is.
Well, let me think. What were rents 10 years ago in Vegas? They were on the house that's $500K. That house 10 years ago was about $250, maybe 200 even.
$200.
No, he's talking price, I think.
Oh,
200,000. And it was renting for,
And then he's going to back into rent today.
yeah, I think back then that house would have rented for like 1,500 and today it rents for 2,500.
Yeah.
So it's 1,000.
It's basically almost doubled each way, but do we expect it to double again
Yeah.
10 years from now? I don't know.
Yeah.
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 So again,
So I'm just saying the math.
No, you still won't get to 10,000.
Exactly. Thank you. Oh my gosh.
so that'll take.
But
we can keep
but
going
in
there.
30 years,
Yeah, in 30
when they're paid off,
maybe.
Oh,
you will.
absolutely.
for sure, in
Yeah.
30 years.
No question.
30 years.
In 30 years, just take the 5 properties. You bought
Yeah.
nothing else.
I'll concede. Sure. Yeah.
But that's
paying off the
that's the
house.
whole approach
That's my
that
whole
they're
approach
taking.
day
That's
one.
their guaranteed approach is that in 30 years, Those 5 properties are all worth now, let's say, triple.
3x, yeah.
So you're at 1.2 times 5. You have $6 million of real estate paid off.
Yeah.
And it rents for...
Got to be $4,000 a month at least.
Yeah, so now you've got 20K coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And 20K is equivalent to 10K.
Yeah.
At that point.
I think, yeah.
So again, these are all just games and times. And again, we talk.
But your life will suck for 30 years.
Yeah.
Like your life is going to be no different.
Yeah.
For the next 30 years.
You won't enjoy anything. Yeah. I didn't enjoy anything for 15
hours a day on someone else.
You will be grinding for 30 years at your job to keep paying your bills.
Yep.
Correct.
It's just down the road.
Life is better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
and you'll be on a cruise
at
when you're 65 with Warren Buffett.
No, he would never spend on a cruise. Not a 10K a month. He can't afford it.
Can't afford it.
Yeah. The cruise is too much.
So I guess let's talk about like what's going on right now.
Sure.
So the State of the Union just happened. Trump just appointed a new Fed.
I think the Fed chair is going to be interesting.
Why?
Christopher Waller. So again, I don't know if you guys remember when he got nominated, the bond market reacted right away. Right. What I mean by that is rates went up. Because what you may not know this, but Christopher Waller was a Fed president before. He was a Fed president during the GFC. He was the youngest Fed member, I should say. He was the youngest Fed member at 35 years of age in 2008. And what he was known for was dissenting rate cuts. So he did not want to cut rates. And everybody else did, right? Greenspan or whoever was in charge then. And so he's a natural hawk. He's not in the cut rates camp, which is interesting because you would think that Donald Trump would not appoint someone who's not going to cut rates, right? That's what he wants.
Yeah.
So I'm going to guess Christopher Waller told him, I'll cut rates, to get a blood oath.
Yeah.
However, there's a sneaky thing that I think is lurking in the background. It's going to be bad for real estate and bad for crypto is he's going to drain liquidity. The Fed's balance sheet is, I think today, like 7 trillion. It was as large as 9. I think he wants to get the balance sheet from 7 to 5. And that's $2 trillion of excess liquidity sucked from the market, which is going to hurt crypto, it's going to hurt stocks, it's going to hurt real estate. That's a big deal.
I don't think he'll do that.
Why does he want to do it?
Because he's actually written papers on it. He thinks that the Fed balance sheet needs to be smaller, not bigger. He doesn't think the Fed should influence external markets. And the Fed is doing that in stocks. And
so why do you think Trump picked him?
Because I think he swore a blood oath that he's going to cut rates, and he's not looking at the other side of the equation.
Oh.
So he can cut rates and shrink the balance sheet, net, bad.
You think it's worse? I
think it's worse. I think liquidity is why you had crypto or Bitcoin at 126, and now it's at 62 because people see liquidity coming out. I think it's a problem.
Yeah. So what's your prediction that's going to happen in 26 now that we have more information?
So I still think 26 will be better than 25. I don't think it'll be as good as maybe I thought in January because the January numbers were horrible. I saw you had Ricky Carruth on the other day.
Yeah.
And, both he and I talked and we thought January would be better. We both thought existing home sales would go up, not down, and they went down. So we were both wrong.
Didn't I predict that last time?
I'm sure you're 100% accurate.
But no, really, didn't I say that this year was going to be worse than last year?
You have been a negative Nancy.
I have been negative.
So I think you were right for January, but I'll put $100 on 26 being better than 25. Existing.
That's a frugal man's bet.
Yeah. Do you want $1,000? Is that how deep your pockets are?
We'll see. We got to bet more specifics. But no, I'm sorry. Keep finish and then I'll give.
Yeah. So I think so. I still think this is going to be the year for people who focus and grind because you're going to have sellers who. I think sellers are starting to relist. There's something like 78,000 relistings. So these were canceled in November and December.
But that always happens.
Yeah, it is. It's a little more than normal, big numbers.
Yeah.
But the point is, when they're coming on as relisted, the prices are already down 4%. So these sellers are knowing they're not getting 2022 prices.
Yeah.
And they want to sell again. So I think buyers, once they age out 60 days, 90 days, they're going to be ripe for motivated sellers.
Yeah.
So I think people are going to get creative offers.
What do you see on the off-market game? Well, actually, most of the stuff you guys do is on-market.
It's on-market, off-market. This is what I think is going to happen in 2026.
Sure.
Prices are going to go down, unfortunately.
Nationally?
I would say nationally, prices are going to go down. There's more people searching can't sell my house on Google more than ever. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw that.
That's not good. A lot of properties are expiring.
I'll say I think it's good.
You
Yeah.
think it's good.
because
you
we
do.
pop up.
Yeah.
You think it's good, but the problem is when that starts to happen, that
No, I
means
know.
prices are going to start to come
I know.
down.
I don't like prices.
Yeah, prices coming down. Investors are going to want bigger discounts. We're seeing that even though
Absolutely.
interest rates have gone down, the amount of sales has not gone up.
Yeah.
So
That's correct. For
I
January.
predicted that real estate was never going to be the same. And my prediction is becoming true.
Bro, it's been a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm just ahead of the game.
You want to be specific? You said go down. What does that mean? Down? What's that mean? Like 4%?
I mean,
nationally.
Nationally, I don't know, but I would say in Southern California, prices are going to stay the exact same or go down 5%.
So it's very
0 to
SoCal,
5%.
SoCal specific.
SoCal,
So
and
that's
Las
like
Vegas.
Orange County to
and Las
Inland
Vegas,
Empire?
and Las Vegas,
Yeah.
and Arizona. All major cities,
the West
all
Coast.
major cities are going to go
0
down.
to 5.
They're going to stay the same or go down 5%. And I think the amount of transactions will be the same as 2025. It's going to be about the same. That's what I think.
So I think we're close. I think prices will be flat. They basically have been flat for 3 years.
Yeah.
But I think transactions will be up 6 or 7%.
Yeah, which is still bad.
Oh.
Just so everyone knows, that's still a low amount of
Oh, yeah, it's
transactions.
only
that are
4.2.
happening. That's historically low.
Yeah.
Just so everyone in the comments like, this guy doesn't know.
Remember, yes, it's up 6%, but here's the deal. The pie that you guys were dealing with in 2023 had 1,000 people, whatever it was.
Yeah.
There's only 500 now. So if transactions go up 6%, that's from 4 to 4.2 million, but it's half as many people. So the people in the game, the people that have survived 25 are going to feast.
I know. We're experiencing it right now.
So again, telling people that it's all death and dire and crap is crazy. If you survive 25 and you're still fighting,
Yeah.
you are going to have
I never-
a great 26.
I'm not saying it's death or dire. I'm just saying transactions are down, which is a fact. Home prices are flat, which is a fact.
Sure.
Regulations, Arizona just almost completely banned wholesaling. Not even a joke. Like regulations on Airbnb, wholesaling, flipping, buying rentals, all these things are just, they're bad.
Bro, you know what's up?
But I wish they weren't.
But you know what's up?
What?
Golf.
Oh.
Golf is on the rise.
Put an ad right now.
Yeah.
You're a golfer.
Yeah. Don't worry about the real estate market when you golf. You're good.
on the course, there's
I've
no
never
interest rate.
seen more people wanting to join golf groups than ever before. So, here's what I'll say about the real estate market. It's interesting because we had a great January and we're having a great February.
Mhm.
And you mentioned that thing about, people searching can't sell my house. We are seeing it easier than ever to lock up contracts right now off market because these people know they can't sell their house.
Exactly.
So, but historically, whenever it's been a tough market, it is harder to wholesale because you still have to exit.
You got the exit side.
Yeah. And so I would rather a hot market. I think we do better in hot markets. So in the end, but it is interesting. I never thought about what you had just mentioned where, even though numbers overall don't look good, there's half the people in the game. And I was like, yeah, that's true, huh?
Mhm.
Like when there is, and wholesale wise, there might even be 20%.
It might be 80. You said 80% on a past podcast.
Yeah, it might.
Yeah.
There
So
might be
you just
20% of people in
It's
the
a
game.
Vegas buffet. Go nuts.
I wish it doesn't work like
It's
that.
like the end resort, the win.
The Caesar's Palace, that one's good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm still telling people they should flip and wholesale. I'm not saying they shouldn't. I'm just saying the reality of the statistics are not on the realtor's side.
Again, we got to be really careful with that because the message is, I don't think it's the right message. 2026 will be better than 25, in my opinion. Prices are flat. Because again, the world that you guys play in is transaction based, right?
Yes.
Yep.
You don't really give a fuck what the prices are. As long as you can make your margin, you're good.
I mean, when prices go up, it's easier for us.
Yeah.
It's
When
easier.
prices go down, it gets really hard.
It does get harder.
It gets and just so you know, and for the listeners, when prices go down, it hurts the flipper, but it hurts the realtors, it hurts the wholesalers, it hurts the lenders. Everybody gets.
Yes.
I remember in 2020, 2020, there was like these big wholesalers. I'm not gonna say their names, but they were on a podcast called Real Estate Disruptors.
Yeah.
And they were like, what are you gonna do if the prices go down? They're like, oh, we're gonna just wholesale more. I'm like, bro, they've
That's
never
how it
been
works.
around when the market's bad.
Yep.
When the market's bad, investors want steep discounts. If they see you have big
and
fees,
sellers don't want to sell because they're like, bro, I'm not. I
I'll
bought this
wait.
house in 22. You know, I'm not taking this loss.
Yeah. So you've seen my operation. We're doing great. One of my guys made $31,000 cash collected this month, and he's about to do 41 this month. Cash collected.
No, commission to him.
Commission, like it
Yeah,
in
that
his
means-
bank
that means
account.
Cash collected.
That means you made, I don't know.
I made
more than
okay.
that.
I made okay. But the point is, there's plenty of opportunities, but I'm just saying the reality of the market is not positive.
No, that's the wrong fucking message. The market is what the market is. You
Yeah.
can't judge a market. All you can do is react and behave in the market. And the market in 26 will be better than 25. You just have the right attitude. Grind, operate, focus, do
I
the
wish
work.
that was the case. I wish I was just like, dude, have a good attitude. Everything's going to be good. Transactions are down. Prices are down. Airbnb's down. Wholesale fees are down. I wish.
Bald guy, you're soft.
Oh, man.
It is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But
Brian, what about your dude Trump? Do you think anything optimistic from State of the Union?
I think a lot about Trump. I think that
You think a lot about him?
think about this. First of all, I went and bought 36 eggs the other day. Right?
Okay.
Seriously. No, seriously. How much do you think that costs?
Dude, I don't know.
No idea.
Exactly. $8. Eggs are cheap. Interest rates are down. Things are becoming more affordable. No one's complaining and bitching, excuse my language, about inflation anymore. So I think that Trump is doing a very, very, very good job. I think that Ryan is going potentially to the White House soon. So I'm just going to root for Trump as hard as possible.
Yep.
And hopefully he'll do the podcast.
That's true. I forgot I am doing that.
Yeah.
I gotta book my flight.
But yeah, that's where I stand. How do you think Trump's doing?
So again, I think you have to measure Trump on, I think Trump's a very polarizing individual. I don't think that's shocking to anyone. There's what Trump says and then what Trump does.
Yeah.
And I think he's extremely motivated on winning the midterm elections.
I agree.
Right? I think that's the only thing he's thinking about now, and we're 10 months out.
Yeah.
To me, I think the State of the Union was executed pretty flawlessly.
Really?
And what I mean by that is, in order for him to win the midterms, he has to make the Democrats look like idiots.
Yep.
And he made them look un-American and not human repeatedly. Not standing for a mother, who lost her daughter in a horrific murder. Not standing for military veterans. Not standing when the president says, "Is your job to protect Americans first?" And they all sat on their hands.
Yeah.
There are the campaign speeches right there. So again,
100%.
I think Trump played the State of the Union well. No big announcement, right? He kind of hit housing again, get Wall Street out.
Yeah.
Right. There was no big grab. But again, I think he's trying to win the midterm. So he tried to stay center, and he made the Democrats look almost not human. It was such tragic that they wouldn't stand for a mother who lost her daughter and military veterans. It was not cool.
Yeah, I saw that.
I didn't watch it. I was just waiting for you guys to tell me what happened.
Well, that was pretty good. It was the longest one ever. So.
Yeah, it was the longest one ever. Long story.
How long did he talk for?
80 minutes.
Yeah. Like
That's a long.
Yeah. He's what? Is he 83 or something? That's a long time.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I could do that.
You know what they called those back in the day? Filibusters.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, like pretty much the Democrats, they didn't applaud for anything. He was like pulling up veterans that, I think the 100-year-old guy that fought multiple wars. They didn't stand for that. They didn't stand for a girl that the teacher tried to transition them, and
mutilated them.
Yeah, and they didn't stand for that. They didn't stand for anything. And then he was like, stand up and applaud if you agree that the government should take care of U.S. citizens first before illegal immigrants.
And the
Democrats didn't stand.
Did they all just get together and be like, "We're not standing for crap"?
Pretty much. And I think the other thing that you didn't notice is 40% of them didn't even show up.
Yeah,
they didn't show up. They boycotted.
Yeah.
Oh, they boycotted.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they were just busy.
Yeah.
Politician doing nothing.
Yeah. So, do you think that Trump can fix the affordability crisis?
Oh, Abe, hold on. Before that, I did see a clip that I thought was funny. So your guy Mamdani, he's starting this snow shovel thing.
Yeah.
And apparently you need an ID.
Two forms.
You need 2 forms of IDs to go shovel snow and a social.
but not
you
to
don't
vote.
not to vote.
Yeah.
or get like benefits or
That's crazy. I think
Yeah.
that's insane.
oh, that was the funniest thing I saw. He's like, this guy, like he's a great guy. He's a
Yeah.
communist, but great
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
But
His social media game's on point.
yeah, it was
Oh
funny.
yeah, Trump's for sure. But is he going to fix the affordability crisis?
It's. I don't think it's something that can be fixed in one term. Honestly, I think he's done a great job. Eggs are down. Meat, lots of things are down.
Yep.
Housing's not down all that much, but again, I don't think you can fix it. Certainly can't fix it in 18 months.
Yeah, I said that before. Technology is the only thing that can fix
It's going to be
it will never get fixed. There's nothing anyone can do right now to fix housing.
It's going to be multiple
Not even
presidents.
build more.
They can't build fast enough. Technology.
Yeah.
You got to have technology. They got to be able to build it with 3D printing or whatever the
Whatever that
technology is
thing
going to
is,
be to be able to build it fast, cheaper.
Like prefab, maybe like build it somewhere else and ship it.
Prefab is not even cheap.
Yeah.
Like the amount that it costs for prefab is still like
Really
almost comparable with stick
Wow.
build. So, yeah, it won't change. Like there's interest rates ain't going to do anything. It's just
How low do you think they go this year? We're at 5.99 as of this afternoon. How low do you think rates go in 26? What's negative Nancy think?
I think they can get as low as 5.
Really?
Yeah.
And you still think housing doesn't do shit transactions at 5?
Again, I'm just saying statistically, like not like
if it drops to 5, we're doing more transactions.
That's what I'm thinking.
There's no doubt about it.
We're doing more transactions, but I don't think it's going to be as many as people think.
All right. So you think 5? How about you?
I mean, dude, we're already in February, about to be March. Like, it ain't like the year's almost kind of getting there. Okay. So I don't know. I don't think it gets to 5. I think 5.5.
Yeah.
Don't they have more rate cuts scheduled?
Well, right now there's none scheduled. Right now, I would based on the 18 Fed presidents, I think 12 of them are saying no cuts.
My boy Zoob's just said this guy is gonna make it worse.
Yeah, but Trump's gonna make it happen.
Everyone's gonna be regretting. They're gonna be wishing for Jerome Powell.
It really could. I mean, you're playing, but that really could be the answer. Like you could get the rate cuts, which only takes the front end of the curve down. Because Fed is overnight rates, if you guys don't know, and mortgages are priced on the 10-year. So you could, in theory, get the overnight rate down and the 10-year go up.
Yeah.
Right. And then mortgage rates go up. That could happen. If he drains liquidity, that will happen.
Yeah, because like here's the point I've been bringing up too about affordability with housing. Housing is the biggest problem in America. Period. It takes up half of people's income. I mean, it took up half of your income. It takes up most people's income. And it's not getting any cheaper. It's only getting more expensive.
Yeah.
So it goes back to, does my subscription to Netflix matter? No. Do eggs at $8 versus $12 matter? No.
It's 36 eggs. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. It don't matter. It literally doesn't matter when your rent is $3,000.
Yeah.
And until rent and a mortgage could be $1,000, it won't significantly change anything. And I do actually think it'll get there one day. I think there will be a day when housing, you'll be able to get sick houses for 50 to 100 grand because technology will allow it. Technology always leads to deflation and a better way of life. I was bringing this point up the other day. I was like, you guys realize I was just watching Iron Man the other day and he has Jarvis. Okay.
Yeah.
And this thing Jarvis is like this. Iron Man was in 2007. Okay. And you're like watching this, you're like, bro, if I had a Jarvis, it'd be crazy, but only Tony Stark, Elon Musk can have this. Everyone has Jarvis. It took 20 years, but everyone has Jarvis right now. We all have our own little Jarvis who can tell us anything on a dime, do crap for us, order food, literally, and it'll only get better. And it's free. It's free to have Jarvis. I was down at the Wynn yesterday playing golf, and I saw the self-driving cars. I don't know if you've seen those, like
the Wooks or whatever.
Zooks or something, whatever they're called.
Oh yeah,
bro. There's literally no driver.
There's no wheel.
There's nothing. It's going everywhere now. I saw one at City Light at church. It drove from the Strip to church. No driver. So like self-driving's already here, and it's going to be so cheap to self-drive. It'll cost nothing because you won't need humans, and you won't have to pay insurance. You won't need garages. You won't need a car payment. So the cost of transportation is going to be nothing. The cost of information, nothing. The cost of having a personal assistant, nothing. Elon's going to have these humanoid robots. they're going to be 20 G's, and you buy it once and you never have to buy a cleaner, anything ever again, because it'll just do it all for you. So like deflation's going to happen, and people are going to have awesome lives due to technology. Like right now we have infinite content available to us. YouTube is free. TVs cost nothing now. Like people don't realize how good life actually is because they complain about all the other stuff. But the one thing that's everyone's problem is housing. That's the one thing technology hasn't changed, because we still build the same way we did 100 years ago. Nothing has changed.
Yeah.
And so once technology finally catches up to housing, it's a wrap. Everybody will have like no bills.
You can go back to single parent households or working single.
For sure. Yes. Yeah. You like, because it will cost you nothing to live. And Elon's been talking about this. He's 100% right. It's just housing is the final domino. Once housing happens, it's a wrap. And I don't know how long that's going to take. I don't know when the technology will finally be good enough that they'll be able to press a button, print a house, and it's like, how many houses are we short? Okay, we're not short anymore. And then I said this before too, in California and everything, it's like, people be like, well, land. It's like, bro, 90+% of land is unoccupied.
Land, yeah.
You know how much land's between Vegas and California you could get for, we could all go buy 50 acres right now for $10,000.
Yeah, nothing.
You know, the land's not the problem. And guess what? You'll be 30 minutes away from Las Vegas.
But then self-driving, it won't really matter.
It won't matter.
Just work while you drive. Yeah.
And would you live 30 minutes from Vegas in a $50,000 house that you own free and clear, and
absolutely,
it's got all the tech, and it's 2,000 square feet? Like, that's the reality of what will happen. And you know, people drive 2 hours in California to commute
every day.
Yeah.
They'll easily go 30 minutes near freaking
for sure,
the casino, whatever the casino, Prim Casino.
Yeah. Then should people then buy real estate if this is about to happen? Why would anyone go buy houses for $400K if they're going to be worth 50?
Timing.
Yeah, I think it's twofold. I think one is the existing homes, like they're not going to be impacted as much as people think, because it's like my house on the golf course, like
only one of them, or
like there's not unlimited land there, and so if I want to live in the golf course around wealthy people, because certain type of people, like this is what happens with cheap housing anyway, right? You get the projects and all these things. So like the cheaper your house is, the lower income people you will be around. That is inevitable. So there's just going to be people like, I'm not living over there.
Yeah.
Okay. Before the podcast, you were saying that you disagreed with Ryan about something with AI.
Oh, I think what I've heard you say is you think AI will be a job destroyer.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a timing problem. I think it will destroy jobs first, but I think ultimately when you net it out over 5 or 6 years, wherever a longer duration, it'll be more jobs created than removed. That's what I believe.
Do you have any idea like what you think like the jobs will be?
I don't know and again, I say this as somebody who experienced the .com era as a manager, and the .com era was supposed to kill marketing and kill products and do all these things, and it just exploded those teams. Those teams only got bigger.
Right.
And I'm just looking at past historical technology innovations.
But you were in the tech world. What do you think about all these companies laying people off now?
It's coming. I think it's going to get worse. I think eBay just announced today they're laying off 6% just this morning.
Yeah.
I think more and more is coming. And I think it's going to be the high-end jobs, the white collar jobs.
Yeah.
So I think that's coming. Yeah. And I think certain cities like San Jose, Seattle, Austin, they're going to see some hits on real estate.
For sure. Because all those high-end people lose their jobs.
And then their peers get afraid, so they don't play as well. I think that's a double whammy.
But then you think at some point then there's this learning curve where people figure out new ways.
I just think we're just so innovative. Human beings just have a natural way of finding something else to do.
Do you think it's jobs that will happen or businesses that people start using?
I do. I where you're going with this, I think is very valid. I think we will see more solopreneurs because of AI than ever before. And by 10 or 12x, because it will never be easy.
10 times more entrepreneurs? What?
Absolutely. I would agree with that.
Again? No.
Because of AI. I absolutely believe that. I think there'll be more companies. I think there'll be more companies worth 10 million, 100 million, even potentially $1 billion with one employee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Elon talks about it. He thinks GDP is going to like 10x.
I think so.
Because of the productivity that AI will
Because
give.
if you sprinkle in AI with the other thing that because of M19 and your events and all of this is you can't get away from the human connection.
Right.
right? AI is like, I hear people all the time talking about AI is going to do all these things for me and you're not going to need to talk to anybody. That's just not how it's going to work.
Right.
And you're not going to live in an Iron Man suit or whatever it is. You're going to still interact with people.
Right.
We're not getting away from that.
Yeah, even in like Ready Player One, you guys ever
I've
seen
read
that
the
movie?
book.
Oh, you read the book?
Mm.
Yeah, it's they live in this virtual world.
Yeah, and that's frightening.
Yeah. But like they interact. It's just virtually.
Yeah. It's very metaverse like.
Yeah. But then, they realize they like living in the real world too. And so afterwards it's like, all right, this virtual thing's like, and we kind of already live in that world. If you think about it, like social media is that
there
world.
Are people that spend their whole time there. Yes, that is true.
Yeah. So it's not that that's that far-fetched. People spend a lot of time in virtual world right
But I think
now.
there's a general feeling that AI is going to destroy all jobs and we're not going to need work anymore and we're just going to be all creatives. I just don't believe that at all.
Yeah, Elon kind of thinks that.
He does, absolutely. He says money's going to be irrelevant because everything's going to be free or cheap.
Yeah. When the richest man in the world thinks like money doesn't matter, that's a kind of
that'll certainly get your attention.
Yeah.
Or he's just so disconnected from the average American that
he operates.
I don't think he is. I think if you just look at all of his moves the last 15 years, I haven't seen one he's really been wrong about.
So so let me ask you this, because I think Elon Musk is playing a game that nobody sees. I think it's all about Mars.
No, did you see him recently?
No.
He said he changed his whole plan.
Oh, now it's the moon?
It's the moon.
Okay.
Ooh.
So he needs batteries, so he built Tesla.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think it was about cars. I think it was about batteries.
Yeah.
Then he's building robots because you can't colonize moon or Mars with humans. You're going to need robots. Then you need to build tunnels, boring company, because you're going to build it below ground, not above ground. Right? This is just a whole master plan to go do.
Then he's got SpaceX to get you there.
Yeah,
then he's got Starlink
for connectivity, and it's just one big game.
That's what I'm saying. It's like this dude's thinking so many pieces ahead.
Yeah, 4D, 4 or 5.
And then he's even talking about like all these data servers and stuff. And people are like, "How are we going to get enough?" He's like, "It's going to be in space.
Yeah, it's not going to matter."
And then like all of a sudden, a month later, everyone's like, "Yeah, we're going to do data cooling in space."
Yeah,
and he's like, "Yeah, it makes no sense to do it on Earth."
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay.
I wonder if he could figure out how to make us live forever.
I'm not sure you'd want to live forever. Your body falls apart, man.
No, but I'm saying, like, if there's
you guys are in your 30s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in my 50s.
Bro, that's why we got to live for today.
Exactly. But imagine if there was like a peptide that could make you feel like you're 30 and your body wouldn't deteriorate.
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure it's going to, dude, I was golfing with a guy yesterday, actually. And he was telling me about this new product he's built. And I was like, so what is it? And he's like, it's never been built before. I had scientists and chemists create it. And I go, so what does it do? He's like, it gets you buzzed, but it's healthy. I go, so is it like
nicotine? Or?
Yeah, I go, so is it like, alcohol, or is it like whey protein? Like,
what is it? What's the base?
He's like, it's literally, it's never been done before.
Okay.
And I was like, so it'll make you feel buzzed and or like drunk. And he goes, yes. And he goes, but it will also like hydrate you and make you feel good afterwards and healthy for you. I was like, so you're telling me that you've got the golden goose. Like it's going to make you feel really good, but also hydrate you and recover you. And freaking, does it have protein? Does it have 40 grams too?
Exactly.
Like what else does it have?
Yeah.
And he's like, it has all those things.
Is it crystal meth?
It's going to rot in your teeth. Yeah.
But he's like, the technology's there. And I was like, is it fermented? Is
it kratom?
I don't know, dude.
What's been the key to your health journey? I know you just did this health thing. When you look at what you've done the last couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, so I just partnered up with my friend Cole Taylor, who helped me get in the best shape of my life a couple of years ago. And I've been trying everything over the last 3 years. I mean, I've done stem cells, I've done peptides, I've done TRT, I've done parasite cleansings, I have done these gut check things that tell you what foods your body reacts to and likes versus doesn't like. Because like there's, Cole brought it up. We did a webinar the other day and he was like, I found out my body does not like sweet potatoes and broccoli. And you're like, that can't be right. Those are like two of the healthiest foods. And it's like, yeah, but the way his blood and his body is, it just rejects those foods.
Interesting.
And I was like, yeah, I've noticed at the last 3 years, like as I do these different things, like what works and doesn't.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited for Boardroom Athlete and helping people, but yeah, I think technology is going to make things even better. Like peptides are awesome.
Are you on peptides?
I am in intermolan or whatever it's called. Yeah.
You're on a fitness journey too, right? How's that been?
Last year I went from 35% to sub 16 body fat, 34 going to 36 waist to a 30, extra large shirt to a medium, 22 push-ups to 61.
Damn.
185 bench to 250.
Sheesh. That's more than Brian for sure.
Oh, no way.
Bro, you ain't benching 250.
I could bench
One rep, 250.
I could bench one,
I got a gym at my house. We'll go see.
Let me see.
Yeah,
I believe you can. I don't believe you can.
I got
benched
video evidence.
225 like 2 days ago just for fun. I was like,
Okay.
How many reps?
I only did it once.
Oh, yeah, you ain't doing 250.
I didn't try to push myself. I was like, I want to see if I could do this. Bam.
Yeah, 225 is a good number. Yeah, I'm healthier today than I was when I was 30.
You know, I warm up with 250.
Warm up with because yours is like 315 or something, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
What do you max
I'm
out
not like you think I'm joking. I'm not. I
you
like
max
literally I put on what do I put on? I put on a 45, a 35, and a 25 because that's all I have.
Yeah.
And then that's my first set of 6.
Shit. Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not there.
Yeah,
Not there.
there.
But that's what
And you
peptides
only
do
weigh
for
like
you.
you weigh like 180?
185, yeah.
Damn.
So you're on like a testosterone peptide?
I have TRT as well. It's the cream.
Okay, so you do
TRT and then a intermolan, I think it's called. Peptide.
Tesamorelin.
Tesamorelin, thank you.
Yeah, Tesamorelin's great.
Is that for recovery or that's for testosterone?
Tesamorelin is like for kind of your growth hormone.
Mm.
It
me,
mimics,
it's the joint.
if I remember correctly, I think it mimics HGH.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is there any like negatives to peptides?
Most of them don't.
Yeah, most of them.
That's the crazy thing.
That's crazy.
They're so good that the FDA is like, no, dude, we got to stop this. Dude. Like, people aren't going to get sick
Yeah.
if they don't have the. We got to keep people sick.
Mm.
Yeah, the biggest thing also is getting your blood work done, which is
Yep.
obviously you did that. I don't think, especially guys my age, over 50, man, there's some shit going on in your body that you got to be prepared for.
Right.
Yeah, we'll talk about it on your podcast, but like I mentioned this before. I mean, I've always been in good shape. Like, it's not like I was ever fat or weak. Like, I've always been strong and whatever.
Yeah,
And
you warm up at
He said
250. I
fat.
would say you're strong. Yes.
That's so funny. He said fat or weak.
I've never been fat or weak. No, I haven't. And anyways, I get blood tested for the first time at like 32, 33, and I get the results back, and I'm like, so must be in perfect health. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
They're like, bro, your testosterone's like 300.
Oof.
I was like, 300, is that good or bad? They're like, that is terrible.
That's like 50-year-old level.
I know. And I was like, how is it so bad?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, you're stressed out. I was like, I don't feel stressed.
Yeah.
And they're like, you probably don't sleep very good. You know,
your diet's out of whack.
yes, you know, all these different things.
Yeah.
So anyways, safe to say it's like 1,000 now. Okay.
Yeah. Now you're doing all right.
Yeah. Now I feel good.
Oh.
That's why
Anything over 800 is good. Yeah.
I'll just say I didn't used to warm up with 250.
How many
So
push-ups could you bang out in a minute, you think?
a minute?
Yeah. You think you get 60?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
easily.
All right.
I remember I've done, and I don't think it was in a minute, but I've done 100 before, like
Okay,
consecutive.
Just consecutive.
I don't know how long it took.
Dang.
We used to have to do it in baseball, like they would test
Oh,
us.
really? Okay.
Mm.
But I'm stronger now than I was then.
That's
Mm.
awesome.
Yeah.
How about legs, squats?
Dude, I don't really like, I have big legs, but I don't like try to make them bigger and like squat a ton.
Okay.
I'll do like very light. I'll do like 225 for like 8 and that's it. I don't like push myself.
That's
Mm.
pretty good.
Yeah. Anyways, well, you guys, I think you guys are
We're closer
crossed-
aligned
you've
on this one.
crossed a bridge.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I mean,
No?
he invited you to speak at his event, and you know,
He says he's coming back next year.
We're gonna debate. We're gonna do a formal
Live. I'm
debate.
going to have a live studio audience for
We're
the
gonna
next
do a
one.
formal debate at his event.
it's gonna be a hostile. It's like you're
Oh,
gonna be on like the road
Oh,
and
bro.
like a
It'll be a road
championship.
game.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna find a good costume to wear. I'm gonna come out to like Stone Cold.
By
Steve
then,
Austin.
we just have to have a good name though.
Yeah.
Like, dude, when you're up against like the lazy investor and like the millennial
Mike,
money,
Yeah.
like and all these things, bro.
You need a real name.
lumberjack landlord.
Yeah, bro, you can't just be the bald
bald
guy.
guy.
I know.
Come in soft like
I'm
that.
gonna come in with a mask.
Bane,
Just Bane. Come with a mask like Bane. Yeah.
bro, that would be sick. We're gonna start calling you Jarvis because you just
Jarvis.
AI.
I like
You just kill these guys with AI.
Always right.
Always right, never wrong.
What about? Okay, let's end on a good note. Like, where are the opportunities right now?
Oh, that's a good one. Wholesale.
Wholesale and flipping. I agree.
I think the opportunity is always when you buy, you got to find a motivated seller. That's where it all starts. Whether the exit is wholesaling or flipping or buying,
Yeah, get good deals.
doesn't matter. It's finding motivated sellers, and I don't think that changes. in any market. I will say it's easier now than, a year ago.
Here's my opinion on the whole thing. We all agree that you got to get margin.
Correct.
We all agree that today there's more information to increase your income.
Correct.
My number one goal for any person who wants to, build wealth long-term and live a cool life short-term is that margin has to increase. That's the only way. And so to me, it's your number one priority should be making this margin gap as large as possible. Not necessarily stacking properties or stocks. If you increase the margin gap, everything else takes care of itself.
Yeah. The only thing I would say on top of that is you got to know what your life costs. And I don't know enough people that know that. Because that's where the margin comes in. You got to know what your life costs.
We talked about this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
I don't know. But I'm just so hyper-focused on freaking, just make more.
I think the biggest opportunity right now is for people that can master their focus. I think most people are so distracted.
I actually agree with you. I don't know.
Oh, bro, I know you agree with me. I'm always right. I hate too. All the comments are he's so arrogant. It's bro, it's hard.
It's hard when you're always right.
Yeah, when you're always right, it's hard to.
Yeah, I get it, dude. I get it, man.
No, but okay, that was a joke. Okay, but listen.
Yeah, no, but where we will agree is I think people need to have focus and daily discipline. I think most of the people out there, they try one thing, it doesn't work immediately, and they go on to the next thing. You're going to go broke doing that.
Yeah, no, that's not what I was talking about.
Oh, then we disagree.
So we disagree. So I'm saying that I want people to see if they could focus on one task for 4 hours a day.
Oh.
Whoa.
I believe that is where the opportunity is. That's how
So give me an example of a task.
Okay, hold on. Let me finish. Hold on. So
I don't know what a task is yet. So tell me.
Okay, hold on. So I believe that's how I was able to build my small wealth that I have, is because I was able to focus on one
Get really, really good at this thing.
Get really, really good at this small thing and don't let anything interrupt your focus. And I want
tell
people,
me what this one thing is.
I'm gonna tell you in a second. Hold on. So I want people listening to this to test themselves and try to do one task for 2 hours and see how many times they get distracted and if they could actually finish the 2 hours without moving on to another task. Now, what task was that? I used to sit on the phone and cold call for
Back when you were real estate
to 8. Yeah. I'm still in real estate. For
you were an agent at
while I was an agent. Yeah. For 6 to 8 hours a day, I would sit there and cold call. Calls. No paperwork, no emails, no watching YouTube videos, nothing. I would just focus on that.
You became elite.
I became super good at just focusing on that. And then when I was buying rentals, I would just run deals literally all freaking day. And then eventually I was like, okay, I learned how to buy rentals. And then it was education. I'd sit there and freaking call students back to back to back to back to back to back.
You would be walking around with your headset on or your AirPods, just talking to students.
Yeah, talking to students. So I think that's the biggest opportunity that most people don't even understand, that they are so distracted. They can't focus for 2 to 4 hours a day on a money generating opportunity.
So give them one. What's the one thing they should do?
Start wholesaling. Go on the MLS right now. Make lowball offers on properties that are listed for sale right now. Call the agent. Make an offer. Even if the seller won't accept it, get the offer sent. Send 100. Get one. Make 30K. Easy.
That's good, man.
Easy.
I struggle to stay focused.
I think everyone does. I think that's starting to go away and people don't even realize it. And I do agree that you think that the future is in entertainment because people are so distracted.
Oh yeah.
That their dopamine, they need a dopamine hit every 15 minutes, if that, maybe every 5 minutes.
I'm gonna be in the entertainment. I'm like, don't listen to him.
Yeah. Don't do that.
No. You need a break.
Yeah. Watch it.
You need 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Watch the next Ryan Pineda reel.
Yeah.
And then go back to what you were doing.
Yeah. Really though, what do you think is going to happen with the future with people and their attention spans being so short? Think about our kids.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know that it's a problem.
I think it's a problem.
I think people are able to multitask better. I think that our kids are going to be even smarter. Like I was watching Olivia today.
How old is she?
She's 5.
Okay.
And she's on the iPad playing these games to learn. I was like, dude, we didn't have these games to learn. Like, this is like, she's having fun learning stuff and learning at an accelerated rate. And I'm like, she's going to learn way faster than what I was learning. I'm over here reading Great Expectations, and it's so boring and everything else. And then they can go on chat and ask, summarize Great Expectations and give me, and then they learn it in 2 seconds. And it was like, wow, they just learned it way faster. So I kind of think that like part of the reason people are distracted is because tasks get done way simpler and faster and easier. I don't need, like the 10,000 hour rule that people had. I don't think it's true anymore. I think that you can learn things infinitely faster because the tools available to learn are just so much greater.
I don't think so.
It's true. I mean, you see it too in sports. This is how I know it's true.
Okay.
Because in sports, you're seeing the demographic go younger and younger for how good these guys are this fast.
Yeah.
The Pirates got a kid. He's about to be the first teenager to make the opening day roster. I was watching this kid. I was like, this kid is unreal. He's like the best 19-year-old I've ever seen. He's 19 years old and looks like a grown man. You couldn't look, dude, 19-year-olds didn't look like grown men 10 years ago, and then he's probably on the peptides. Okay. He's got it going,
Goosed,
yeah. And, I'm looking at these NBA players. I'm looking at Wembanyama and all these young guys that are like 20 years old and just killing it. This college basketball freshman class is the best freshman class like almost ever.
Wow.
I'm looking at the NFL. These guys are coming in younger and younger and, killing. So it's like these athletes are so much more prepped. And why? Because their access to the right information and training is so much earlier in their lives.
Yeah.
And they know so much more data too. Like in baseball, I've been watching it. Dude, they know spin rates of everyone's fastballs, their curveballs. They know launch angles of all their swing, everything. Golf is the same way. Look at all these young kids in college. They outdrive the pros. They're all swinging and hitting the ball further and everything else. It's like every young kid that comes on tour smashes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think people learn things faster. I think that they think they know. So you can go and check.
I'm talking about elite people, right?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. You're talking about athletes. I'm talking about like the average entrepreneurial person. They'll look something up on YouTube.
But younger kids are getting rich quicker with more information.
This is true, but I'm not talking about can younger people get richer or not. I'm saying that the average person, instead of reading that book, they'll ask ChatGPT.
Yeah.
They'll get the information and they think they know. There's so much education porn that people are watching that think that they'll watch Alex Hormozi talk about how he made $1 billion and they get dopamine and they think they actually learned something, but it was actually just all entertainment. And they're not actually learning as much as they think they are.
Yeah, they have a lot of surface level knowledge.
Exactly.
Everyone's surface level knowledge has increased.
Exactly.
Well, this is the thing that I thought about for this conversation was earlier, I believe, last time I was here, I would have said, if you asked me, can the average person get wealthy? I would have said yes. And now if you ask me that question, 3 months later, I would say no. Because the more and more I think about it, the average person is lazy, fat, doesn't make any money, lives paycheck to paycheck, and doesn't want to do the work, doesn't want to be elite, doesn't want to focus on one task.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to do any of that, I can't help you.
They won't sacrifice for 10 years.
They won't sacrifice for a year. Fuck 10 years.
Yeah.
I actually agree with that statement that he said. The average person.
I'm done saying the average person.
I've been saying that, though. The average person is hard. It's going to be harder and harder for the average
But we are not, again, if the people are around us for more than 5 seconds, they're not average.
Yeah.
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 And I don't know that average people are listening to this.
Certainly not for very long.
There's going to be some for sure.
And they're not going to be average afterwards.
Yeah, they just got to
They're going to wake up. They're getting out of
They have to. That's the rat race is real. Have you ever played the cash flow game from Robert Kiyosaki, the board game?
I haven't played it. I've seen it.
I have it. I'll bring it one time.
We're going to live stream the rat race game.
But you're laughing. That game teaches you that the matrix is real.
Yeah.
And you're just taught to run around this little wheel like a rat chasing cheese in your paycheck.
Yeah.
And, there's only a few ways to escape. Get a business or buy real estate in the game.
That's it.
And it's sad to see how many people struggle with that. So, yeah, I do not think the average person can get wealthy anymore. And that's a big change for me because I always thought they could. And I don't think they can anymore.
Just because you think they just don't work hard and they don't.
They can't be consistent. They can't focus on a task. They're not willing to sacrifice the whole 2 marshmallow test. Put a marshmallow down, wait 5 minutes, get 2 marshmallows. Yeah. They're just gonna gobble it up and then they're gonna whine and complain about not having a marshmallow. It's like, you guys wait 5 minutes, you had 2.
I'm interested, like, because you guys both make a lot of money. Do you guys think that money makes you happy? Can money make you happy?
Yes.
Yes.
Dang.
What do you think?
I would say no. Say no.
I've been broke and I've been rich.
I've been happier.
I like being able to do what I want when I want with whom I want, and you need money to do that.
You asked the question, can money make you happy? And,
Yeah.
and so the answer to me is yes.
Does money make you happy?
I think the better question is, does being rich guarantee like long-term happiness? And the answer is
does
no.
being rich guarantee long-term happiness?
No.
Not.
No.
I know plenty of rich, you would call paper rich. They're miserable human beings.
Mm.
And they would sell you they're miserable. They just,
Oh, yeah.
they just don't.
Hey, you see millionaires kill themselves all the time. You
Mhm.
see people depressed. You see people get into divorces. You see...
Here's the thing about money that
Yeah.
I'd love to hear your opinion on, and yours is, does money change you? Were you the same person with or without money?
I say money amplifies you.
That's what I believe too.
Mm-hmm.
It amplifies the person or character you are.
Yeah.
It's just more obvious when you have money. But if
Yep.
you're a good person without it, you're a good person with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't change you.
I don't think so.
I think it might change you because you get.
Well,
you
it
get
probably
more
will change you, and that'll be a good thing.
Yeah. It tempts you. You get more. I think money does
You
change
miss
you
that.
because you have more options. Because before, like, you couldn't do stuff, but then once you have a lot of money.
It amplified what was already going on with you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, and I've seen this with guys who make money, right? Let's say you were addicted to porn because you had no money and you're broke boy,
Yeah.
you know, and then all of a sudden you got money and girls coming after you. Well, guess what? You
Mhm.
do stupid crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were the same guy.
Mhm.
Yeah, you
It just amplified.
now it's in real life versus on a screen.
Yeah.
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 I guess, what do you think people need to do to be happy?
Jesus, baby. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's a great. So again, I think being happy, you have to know thyself. I think that's the most important thing. I think you have to understand that for most people, it's not money. Maybe it's faith. Maybe it's family.
Mhm.
Maybe it's contributing positively to the world. You know, you have to know what makes you tick. And I think too many people, especially today, are chasing somebody else's dream
Mhm.
because of social media,
Yeah.
and they're not being authentic to who they are.
I agree with
I
that.
think you have to know thyself and
I
do
agree
what
with
makes
that.
you happy.
I was like buying all these rentals, and I was like, I want to get to 100 units. I want to get to 100 units. And I got up like high. It was like 30 something units. And then I was like, where did I get this idea of
That
owning
damn
100?
Zuber guy.
I was like, where did I get this idea of buying 100 houses? And I started questioning it.
This guy with a purple
And I was like,
house
what
hat.
the hell? And then I was like, dude, what? I just like completely
Yeah.
stopped because I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah,
Like, I don't even understand why I'm like chasing this thing.
Awesome. Know thyself. I got that from Pace. Pace
Mm.
Morby.
I was
really?
I was yesterday laying down with Judah, putting him to bed, and I was just thinking about the day, and I was like, man, you know, I'm laying here with my son. I just had an awesome day playing golf at the Wynn. We did good in business. I was like, what a beautiful day.
Huh.
And it was just like, I was just reflecting on it. I was like, I could just treat this as like a normal day, an expected
Yeah.
outcome. I was like, man, I'm going to look back on this day like 10 years from now and be like, wow, that was
a special day.
That was a special day. I was just sitting with my son who's 2 years old, putting him to bed. I just
Nice.
played a beautiful golf course, and, you know, and in 10 years from now, I'll probably not be doing like any of those things. Like, you know, like that day that we had in business, the business AI will have replaced it. You know, like my son's older now.
Yeah.
He's not going to want me to
Nope.
huddle with him in bed.
No.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen.
I'll probably still be playing golf, so that'll probably still happen. But, you know, like that was the first time playing the Wynn in like 5 years. By then I'll have played it, you know, so many times. Like, yeah, I played the, you know, it's whatever, you know? And you're like, I was just like, man, that was a beautiful day. What a great life. And I don't know, because I think about that now, even 10 years ago, you know, I was flipping my first house. It was like, you make 20 grand. I'm just like, dude, that was crazy. Made 20 grand flipping that house. And then I think back to when I was on the road playing baseball and, you know, having no money, grinding it out and just freaking.
And then going 3 for 3 at one game.
Yeah, 3 for 3 one game. Like, bro,
I'm it.
I'm going to get to the big leagues. And then I didn't. But like, I sure felt like I did.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's kind of my point. I just kind of live so much in the moment, I think, that I just don't really care about the future. I'm just so focused on a.
So you don't have a 5-year plan. Do you have a 1-year plan?
No.
90-day plan? 1 week? I mean, how far?
I think whatever happens, happens.
Okay.
Like, yeah,
How far do you book out? Like, do you have events planned for the rest of the year?
They'll tell you this. So for years, we were never, even WealthCons and stuff. I was like, WealthCon finished, we do it every quarter. I'm like, so when do you think the next one? Yeah, like that's how I've operated forever. Now with these golf trips, we do have to book them out far out.
Because they're pretty elite courses.
Yeah, like we have to. I don't have a choice. And I'm like, ugh.
It's so uncomfortable.
It is. I'm like, I gotta like commit to this date this far out, 4 months. I don't like it. Okay. That's just how I've always lived.
Interesting. Okay.
But I don't know, man. Like everyone's different.
Yeah. There you go. Know thyself. That's all that matters.
That's true.
That's where planned out or day by day?
No, I no.
Bro, he was planning out 10 years in advance.
Yeah. I live day to day now. I only think about today and tomorrow. My problem is I never look back.
Oh, it's important to look back.
I never look back.
I look back a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
I
never really look forward. I would say I spend 90% of my headspace literally thinking about today. Yeah. I don't even think about even tomorrow. I'm just like so focused on whatever's happening today. And then I'd spend maybe most of my other time thinking about the past, like reminiscing.
Yeah.
And then I'll dream about the future. I'll be like, oh, that would be cool to like, do this. But it's not like, okay, I need to have this much money by this certain time. And we got to have these kids by this. And the business needs to be at this. Like, I'm like, I just don't care. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
Because here's my thought process. If I just do my very best today in this very moment.
That's where I'm at. Yeah. If I do the best I can today, tomorrow will take care of itself.
Tomorrow doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Like it's literally whatever the outcome is, that's the outcome. I cannot do any better than I did. So the outcome is just whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to do that right now, even with like Joshua, my newborn is in the NICU. He's got to have heart surgery and like I'll hold him and his head is so small, it like fits in my hand.
Yeah.
And I try to take like mental photos, like remember this moment, like remember this moment. I smell him. Even the nurses, I'm like, I wish I could remember all the nurses from all the children we've had and the doctors and like all that stuff. So like even on like the bad days, I'm still like, okay, I gotta like remember all of this.
But I was watching your story and it made me think of James, who was in the NICU for 2 months. And surprisingly, like his nurses, we saw a couple of them somewhat recently.
Oh, really?
Whether it was on Instagram or in person, I forgot what happened. But yeah, like even to this day, I remember their faces and all this stuff. But like watching you and Josh made me remember what it was like with us and James. And, that was my firstborn. And so it was like this thing. I'm like, I just don't even know what raising a kid's like. It brought back all these feelings. And I was like, then looking in hindsight, I'm like, man, this fool's 7 years old now. Look at this kid.
I know, James is huge.
This kid is massive.
Yeah.
He was this. And he's crazy now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, I would have never expected that like this would have been the progress. And like one of the things I have on my phone, I would suggest this is the pro tip for everyone. On your Apple app, there's this like widget you can do and it's memories and pictures. So I have it on my home screen and it literally just gives me all these memories all the time. And I always just look at them. Here's me golfing. It's pretty cool. But then like literally, I have no idea what it's going to show.
Right.
And so like, I'm like, oh dude, that's us and the kids. And then I can look at the date. I'm like, oh man, that was on Hermosa Beach in 23. Wow, that was fun. Look, dude, there's Jordan Feliz and Jake. I'll be like, oh, that was the Kingdom Summit. That was so sick. We had a concert.
Yeah.
Jordan came for a concert. That's tight.
For like 50 people.
Yeah, dude. It was sick. Oh, look, there's me and Brian Davila. I had red hair. Cool. And then my kid's young. So like, dude, I do this all the time.
Nice.
I just love looking at like the life that we've lived.
I don't look backwards enough.
You gotta.
Yeah. I agree.
Get that widget. That widget's tight.
Do you have grandkids or no?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Anyways, guys, live for today. That's all I can say.
Amen.
Appreciate
Peace.
Yesterday. worry about the future a little bit. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you on the next episode. Peace. Hey, thanks for watching the last episode. If you enjoyed it, make sure you catch the next episode that's playing right now.